Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? Back with a double movie review, right? One movie, rediscovering after all these years. I only saw it once on TV. You'll just be surprised to see what it is. And then the other one was something I was told about through Good Bad Flicks. I knew about it, kind of. I never saw it because it's a hard to find movie. Well, anyway, the very first movie I saw for review is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I've never seen Uncut. Never seen Uncut. What happened was, I remember first time I heard about it was Cisco and Ebert. I believe it was them. And I think they put on the Stinger of the Week. They didn't like it. And they showed the scene where they talk about Sean Penn and then Spicoli and stuff like that. And the server guy, and they showed the scene where he ordered pizza in the class, and teacher Ray Walston, who was brilliant in the movie. They asked the other kid to come up and have a slice, and he had a slice too. I mean, and that's the movie that the one term that brought this into the vernacular of the American people and people all over, and I've been saying since was awesome, totally awesome. With him in his surfer speak. Well, I remember they didn't like the movie, and they talked about the career of Jennifer Jason Leigh, right? And Roger Ebert liked her as an actor, and he was talking about her in the Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She said, "What's she doing in such a sleazy cesspit of a movie?" I remember seeing it on TV. And I remember the line. I don't know if they cut it out. They might not have. Cause I remember the guys were telling me about this. That guy said 100% guaranteed satisfaction on your breakfast. And the guy that was complaining, he looked so familiar. But I mean, this is 82, right? I just couldn't place name of the face or anything like that. And he said, 100% guarantee. And then Judd Reynolds said, if you don't stop complaining, I'm going to kick 100% of your ass. I remember that. I don't know if they bleeped out for TV. I mean, it was CBS. On CBS like a year or so later, and it was a monstrous hit. I never saw it uncut. I was always told, because they were talking about the thing was Phoebe Cates coming out of the water, out of the swimming pool, and then of course they didn't show that part on TV. They showed a little bit in the bathing suit, then she, got topless. And if I saw it, if I saw it on Tubi TV, I thought, man, I gotta see this thing. Uncut. Now it's about pretty much a senior in high school, and most of these guys look like they're in the 20s. I mean, there are some younger people in the movie, but I mean, most of the people look like they're in the 20s and stuff. And I mean, it's funny. I mean, and there's some drama parts in it. I mean, I really like the movie. It's a lot of fun. I wish we had a mall like that. The mall we had, we grew up with the Mill Creek Mall. I never had one that had multiple layers, like a huge, ginormous thing like that. The Mill Creek Mall was big. We used to have movie theaters in there. And by, I don't know, 97 or something like that, they closed down the movie theater inside there because Tinseltown pretty much changed everything. All the theaters closed down. There was too much content. All the drive-ins closed down and stuff like that. The only drive-in we had left, we had now, I don't know if it's still around, as a Sunset. And growing up in the 70s, 80s, it was driving that showed porno movies. And some people didn't believe me. Yeah, I mean, you look in the paper. They used to, the glory days of the newspaper, they used to have the black and white ads in the paper. I loved that stuff. And I used to, I was forbidden to watch horror films by my controlling, overbearing mother. And my dad, my dad just kissed my mom's ass. I mean, it was pretty bad when I was still doing it in high school. She said, you're not allowed to watch this, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, right? I remember I used to cut out ads for movies like Mother's Day. Well, not when it originally came out, it was they re-released it, Mother's Day and Dawn of the Dead, to get it last. I used to cut out ads and put it on my book bag. We used to have the homemade book bags with a paper bag. My dad was really good at doing those. He did those. He was excellent at doing those. And what I do is I clip out things from the newspaper and put them on there and stuff. But they used to have they didn't have ads, but they have there was 3 the Corey, Sunset, and then they had Cinema 18, which was like a regular. I mean, they have the ad saying the name of the porn. That's all they had. But um, I'm getting off topic. It was great seeing the. I mean, 'cause I talked to a guy at work. He said, "I was a kid. I remember seeing the scene where she was coming out of the." That's iconic, and I finally got to see it uncut. It was wonderful. I mean, the whole movie is really good, very entertaining. Great job. I liked. I don't know what Cisco and Ebert's problem was. They didn't like it, but I really liked it. Um, I give it a 10 out of 10. I was just glad to finally see it uncut. But like I said, a lot of those guys looked like they're in the 20s. Like they said, like when Cisco and Ebert, he over exaggerated a lot with some of the horror films and stuff like that. They said the Dead Teenage movie, the Friday the 13th, said it had been cut to pieces and stuff like that. They didn't show that much in those movies. Because the MPA was cut out stuff. But a lot of those, they didn't look like teenagers old. They looked like they're in the 20s. And, yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10 for Fast Time Minimum Ridgemont High. And the second one is Hollywood High. Now, I think back in ages back, I rented Hollywood High 2 when I was in Germany. Because, I mean, the only place, we had like a place that was like before I started going off post and finding other video places, they had a video rental place. And that was one where you pay a membership and you get like a free movie on your birthday. Like $5 a year. I mean, that's better when you had paid for memberships and stuff. And the other ones outside post, there's one you had to pay membership at like $5. I think all the other ones were free. But I remember they had, I think, Hollywood High 2. And it was like a sequel name only to capitalize on the success of the original one. And now my friends at Good Bad Flicks, I like that channel a lot. Did a video about Hollywood High. I can't remember if because that was the one I couldn't find. Because I saw Hollywood High 2. I never saw the first Hollywood High. And basically what this one is a very low budget sexploitation film. This is before they did Porky's and stuff like that, right? Basically, kids that go to school, and there's a couple scenes in the classroom. Most of it is just like running around to music in the beach and getting naked and fooling around. And they run into, and one of the girls' boyfriend was the Fens instead of the Fonz. Like, hey, chill out, man. I'm the Fens. He had a switchblade. Hey, I'm the Fens. And it's like, hey, I mean, it was really bad, but stupid, but funny. And then they had like this one older lady that was like Mae West, but she was called June East. So stupid, but funny. And there's a lot of silly humor in it. I actually thought it was funnier than Fast Time. Fast Time Ridgemont High was somewhat funny. I mean, very entertaining and very enjoyable. But I thought it was funny in Fast Time because the humor is so stupid. But it was it's really low budget to see the flaws in the film. Now, I mean, there's lots of musical interludes in the movie. I like that song for that pizza place. I can't remember how it goes. And then Hollywood High 2 was pretty much like that. They'd be in the classroom, then they'd be out partying and playing music or whatever. Cisco and Ebert put down the Dogs a Week. That's how I knew about Hollywood High 2. But I think I saw that in Germany. I mean, I didn't think too much of it. It was likable, but it's a vacuous movie, just like Hollywood High was. I saw it last night. I was going to review it, and, there's not really much of a plot. It's just silly. A huge food fight, and one of the most inept cops ever. And I guess that was the guy that directed the movie, I think. I guess it was a huge success. Filmed in '75. Very low budget. Pretty raunchy, though. Got an R rating. I don't think it went into NC-17 territory, but I mean, I wish I could have seen it with my dad when I ran about my dad some, or my Uncle Wayne, because my Uncle Wayne liked those sex movies too, but he probably said, where the hell do you find this thing at? He probably think it was stupid, but he'd be laughing. They like silly stuff too. My dad would be as well. Lots of silly humor. That imitation of Fonz was really bad. Now the June East one was a little, well, come down to see me sometime. That was more like that, but it was very entertaining. Damn thing. Let's do it. Okay. I give it a 10 out of 10 too. Very entertaining. So that's my reviews of Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Hollywood High. 2 high school films. Now he spent. Oh, and that was cool seeing Forrest Whitaker in Fast Times at Ridgemont High too. He was a tough football. He got so mad when he. Well, I don't want to give anything away. But it's very entertaining. I hope you liked this video. Bye. Till next time, please take care of my legion. When it comes to Chainsaw Ask a Pro, nothing beats a Sawyer.